Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Maunama Murayar Kattum Ma Brahmavattu Valan Sivanilai Tavasarchidar Sri Guru Varan Sirkaiyan Uvagayor Uruvan Tannul Uvappavan Kalimuhattan Avanayan Tenpan Murti Appanai Etuvome Avanayan Tenpan Murti Appanai Etuvome. Mangala Shlokam. Yadan kannே நிலையாகி இருந்திடும் அவ்வுலகமெல்லாம் எதனதெல்லாம் எதனின்று அனைத்துலகும் எழுமோ மற்றிவையாவும் எழுமோ மற்றிவைய எதன் பொருட்டாம் எதனால் இவ்வையமெல்லாம் எழுந்திடும் இவ்வெல்லாமும் எதுவேயாகும் அதுதானே உளப்பொருளாம் சத்தியமாம் அச்சரூபம் அகத்தில் வைப்பாம். We shall chant the 8th verse. இதயமாம் குஹையின்னாப்பம் மாம் குஹையின்னாப்பன் ஏகமாம் பிரம்ம மாத்திரம் அது அகமகமானேரே அவிர்ந்திடும் ஆன்மாவாக இதயமே சார்வாய் தன்னை எண்ணியாழது வாயு அதனுடன் ஆழ்மனத்தால் ஆன்மாவில் நிட்டனாவாய். Once again. இதயமாம் குஹையின்னாப்பன் ஏகமாம் பிரம்ம மாத்திரம் அது அகமானேரே அவிர்ந்திடும் ஆன்மாவாக அவிர்ந்திடும் ஆன்மாவாக இதயமே சார்வாய் தன்னை எண்ணி ஆள் அலது வாயு அதனுடன் ஆழ்மனத்தால் ஆன்மாவில் நிட்டனாவாய். So this is the crux of the Bhagavan's teaching. That is why we read it again We will see it again today also. Idayamam guhayin apan. In the cave of our own heart. Heart means spiritual heart. It is not the blood pumping heart. Blood pumping heart is in the left. Now this spiritual heart is in the right. So, idayamam guhayin apan. Yekamam brahma matram adu aham ahama nere avindidum anmavaha. That Brahma Tattvam, which is the consciousness behind the whole universe, that shines as I. Aham ahama means I. Nere avindidum anmavaha. As the pure self, avindidum means it shines. So, within our own self only, within our whole heart only, the truth shines. As what? I. As one's own self. Naan irikkiren. I am. Avirundidum anmavaha. Then, how to go about it? The first two lines, he has given you where the Atma shines. And Atma is nothing but Brahma Tattvam. So that shines in the heart. Idaya Guhara Madhye. Now, how to attain or how to gain it or how to abide in it? So in the next two lines, he is saying, Idayame Sarvai. Only by reaching the heart, one can realize that. Because it is in the heart. See, that's as simple as that. It is in the heart. Therefore, one has to go within. It is not outside. It is within, in the core of our own personality. The core of our personality. So therefore, idayame sarvai. So you now dive deep within and try to reach the heart. Idayame sarvai. How to go about? Tannai enni aal aladu. Tannai enni aal. Tannai means to keep the attention on oneself. Tannai. Enni means think means what? To keep the attention. All dive deep within. All the ariya vendumari. So the first marga is Bhagavan's Atma Vichara. Who am I? Keep the attention on the I. And then where the I is arising, with that idea, you dive deep. Tannai enni aal. Aladu, there is one more option. Vayu adanudan aal manattal. Meaning you restrain the breath, the prana, and then with that you dive deep within. The mind controlled, mind becoming one-pointed and controlled, then you dive deep within. These are the two methods. One is Vicharam, another is to some extent Raja Yogam. So you control the breath, so the mind is restrained, and the mind has to be merged in the self. So here, Kanagammal in his commentary, she is warning one thing, and Bhagavan also has warned. See, if you only restrain the prana without consciously merging the ahankara in the heart, it may lead to something called as Jada Samadhi. Jada Samadhi means what? You may go into some sort of a trance, but there the manonasham will not happen. Vasanakshayam would not happen. You will come back and the same thing continues, like in the sleep only. So Jada Samadhi. So there, for that, she is giving a sort of a analogy from Olivil Odukam. That is a book called Olivil Odukam. Bhagavan has recommended it so highly. So there it is said, seems, one man was there, he was blind and he was dumb. See, a man, he was blind and he was dumb also. And he was drunk. So he was walking and there was a deserted village. So he was walking there and there was a big well. Kenaru. So he fell on the palm kenaru. There is no water also in that well. He has fallen into that. then what will happen? Since because he is blind, he didn't see the Param Kinar, that huge well. It is dry well. He has fallen into it. Since because he is dumb, he cannot even shout. Umama. So he cannot shout also, for help also. What will happen to his state? That is the state, he says, when you go only controlling the breath without consciously merging the mind in the self. See, Kurudu means what? This Vayu, this prana is Jada. There is no Chaitanya in it. Means there is no Chaitanya Sambandham in that much. And dumb means what? He has not studied any scriptures, or there is no much clarity in him. Willfully, if he only controls the breath without merging the mind, then it will be like that man who has fallen into the well, who is blind and also dumb. Means nobody can help him. That is what it is meant. Nobody can help him. So one has to be very careful. Right? That is what it is said. Now, this we have seen yesterday. Now moving on to the next verse. 9th verse. Ahakkamalate Amala Achala Ahamuruvahum Arivedu Ahattai Ahattiduvadalo Ahamam Arive Ahavidazhipadari Ahakkamalate Amala Achala Ahamuruvamahum Arivedu Ahattai Ahattiduvadalo Ahamam Arive Ahavidazhipadari. So once again, from Devika Lotram, that is, it's in Sanskrit originally. So Bhagavan has culled out these words from there and he has made it into Tamil. In actual Devika Lotram, in Tamil composition, it is slightly different, but here it is given slightly different. Okay, but still the idea is from Devika Lotram. Ahakkamalate, in the heart lotus. Aham means heart. Kamala means lotus. Ahattamarai Malarmidurai Arunachala Ramanan. That is how Bhagavan writes about himself. Ahakkamalate, in the lotus heart. Amala Achala. Amala means pure. No malam. That is called as amalam. So, pure. What is the sign of purity? There is nothing other than that. That is purity. There is nothing other than that. Masu Maruvilla, Appalukatra, Tuimayana, flawless, immaculately pure, Amala. Achala. Achala means what? Which is not moving, there is no movement in it. Achala. Meaning what? It is still. Achala. Aha uruvamahum arivedu. Aha uruvamahum. Meaning what? Shining as I. Arivedu. What is that knowledge? So which is shining as I. As the self. What is that knowledge? How will you know it? Ahattai ahattiduvadal. Ahattai ahattidu. Here aham means, in this sentence, aham means the small I, the ego sense. Ahattai ahattiduvadal. By removing that I, the ego sense, the jiva bhava, Ahamam arive ahavidalipadari. That original self, that pure knowledge, ahamam arive, which is shining as I, ahavidalipadari. That is the door for liberation. Ahavidalipadu. Moksha vidu, for moksha. Ahavidalipadari. That gives you moksha. So, now, what is the obstacle or what is the hurdle between us and our true self is me. Me means the ego sense, the ahankara, which is identifying with the body and saying, I am this. Because of that, it is creating a world outside and it is getting attached and it is suffering. So, this Dehabhimanam should be inquired into. Am I this? Who am I? Where this notion I is arising? So by inquiring if the I is removed from the scene, then what happens? The original I which shines always in the heart as the pure self, that reveals itself. And when you abide there, that is Moksha Samrajyam. So, in and through all the scriptures, all the texts, Bhagavan is only reiterating this. Hena kena prakarena, destroy this ego. Destroy the ego means what? Destroy this person who is expressing through this body mind. Hare Rama, how to do that? Then inquire, or surrender. So that is the only way to go about. Ahattai ahattiduvadal. Inge aham means ego sense. Ahattiduvadal. By removing it, ahamam arive ahavidalipadri. That pure self, that leads you to the moksha, total liberation. So, the Bahirmukha sadhana, whatever you do in the world outside, like Vradangal, Tirthayatri, Dhana Dharmam, or Puja, Parayanam, all those things helps you to gain purity, Shuddhi, and then Vairagya, and then to go within only. And then when you go inside and you abide there, in that, then alone there is real peace and real bliss. Howsoever wonderful may be the world, if you go out, there is always agitation and dukkha only. The vasanas are one which will continuously push us out. Anadi vasana, na? We have got this vasana inside, so much of it, so that is pushing us outside again and again. That is why a lot of desires and a lot of thoughts and actions in the world outside. So we perform action with non-Saihiren, with Kartrutva Abhimana, I am the doer. And that creates more vasanas. And then we go more outward only, we go out. And then what happens? There is no end to it. Vinay kadal viltidu mundivara, veedu tharalillai undivara. So we are drowned in the ocean of karma and never we are out of it. So therefore, the only way is dive deep within and then find the source of all thoughts and abide there. Uditta idathil odungi iruttal. To abide there, that is the way out. So this is very beautifully explained here. Aha kamalatte amala achala ahamuruvamahum arivedu ahattai ahattiduvadalo ahamamarive ahavidalipadari. And then the 10th one. The 10th one, Bhagavan himself has written in Mudala Sanskrit it seems, and then translated to Tamil. Here he gives the definition of his real Upadesha. What is the Upadesha? Deham Naham. Koham, Soham. So his Upadesha can be compressed into these 4 words. Deham, Naham. Koham, Soham. So here he is expounding on each word. What is Deham? What it means? Naham means what? Koham means what? And Soham means what? So beautiful, Bhagavan is so precise in his definitions, precise in his Upadesha, precise in his approach. See, he is the biggest scientist. He is a Adhyatma scientist. So beautiful. Here he says, Deham Gadanihar Sadamidil Gagamenum Tihal Viladal Naham Sadalamiruilinil Dinamuru Namadiyalar Kohang Karaneva Nulanunar Dularula Guhayulle. Wait. Kohang Karaneva Lunalunan Guhayulle Soham Puranava Soham Puranava Siva Vibhusuya Molirvan Deham Kadanihar Sadamidar Ahamenum Tihal Viladal Naham Sadalamiruilinil Dinamuru Namadiyalar Kohang Karaneva Nulanunan Dularula Guhayulle Soham Puranava Siva Vibhusuya Molirvan. How beautiful, see this poem. Bhagavan is a great poet, no doubt. So here it is said, Deham Gadanihar. Deham, this body, Gadanihar means what? Kadam means pot, mud pot. So it is like a mud pot. Why is he saying it is like a mud pot? Because Sadam means it is inert. Ahamenum Tihal Viladal. It doesn't have the knowledge of its own or illumination of its own. Meaning what? It doesn't know anything of the world or about itself. Is that not so? A pot. It is called as Jadavastu. Why? Ahamenum Tihal Viladal. It doesn't have a feeling of I or it doesn't know anything. Ahamenum Tihal Viladal. Similarly, this body also doesn't say I or it doesn't have illumination of its own. It cannot know anything by its own. Body by its own, it cannot. When it is dead and gone, it is Jadam only. No? Now also it is Jadam only. And Atma Chaitanya is expressing through the Buddhi. That is why it is giving sentiency to this body also. See, the sentiency is borrowed from the consciousness. You understand? Otherwise it is insentient only. Jadam only. So, what is Deham? Deham is Jadavastu, like a pot. Why? Ahamenum Tihal Viladal. It doesn't have an idea of I. Meaning, it doesn't know anything. It cannot illumine anything. That is the idea. Ahaminum tihalvidala means it cannot illumine anything, means it cannot know anything of its own. Or it cannot know itself also. That is why it is called as Jadam. Naham, that is not the self. You know why? See, this is what is Bhagavan. He gives a perfect logic. Why this body is not I? Naham. Naham means it is not I. This body is not me. Why? Because Sadalamil Tuilinil Dinamuru Namadiyalar. Sadalam, in the Sadalam irukke, this Sadalam ne soltarudha. This corpse, dead corpse na, the body. Sadalamil Tuilinil. Tuilinil means the deep sleep. Sadalamil, this body is not. This dead corpse is not. Not means what is not in our it's not in our purview of consciousness. Sadalamil Tuilinil Dinamuru Namadiyalar. But in the deep sleep, Dinamuru Namadiyalbar. But still I am. As a true self, I am. That is why when I get up, I say I have slept beautifully, wonderfully, and I enjoyed it. And there is a continuity. You sleep and you get up as the same person. Imagine if you sleep and get up as a different person. Already the life is full of confusion. Everything will go haywire. So, in the deep sleep, the body is not there, but still I am. Therefore, I am something else other than the body. See, what a logic. In the deep sleep, Sadalamil, this Sadalam irukke, this dead corpse called as the body, is not. See, that is why our Swamiji used to say, whenever somebody garlands somebody, the chief guest or somebody, he will say, see, they are garlanding the dead corpse. He will say that way only. Actually, the body is dead corpse only. எப்போ மாலை போடுவாங்க எல்லாருக்கும்? When a fellow is dead and gone, then they go and garland. So, in the stage, if somebody is garlanded, our Swamiji used to say, our Madhuri Swami used to say, see, he is garlanding the dead corpse. Even before he is dead, he is garlanded. He doesn't accept all those stuff. So, meaning what? This dead corpse is not in the deep sleep. But still I am. That is why I could get up and say, I slept well. I enjoyed. I was happy. How are we able to say? Because intuitively we know that we have been in the deep sleep, even without the body mind. Therefore, the body or the mind is not me. The body is not me. Is it clear? Deham, Naham. What is Deham? Like a pot, it is Jadam. It has no Spuranam of its own. It cannot know anything. Aham Spuranam is not, it cannot know anything. It cannot know itself. There is no illumination. But at the same time, in the deep sleep, even without the body, I exist. Therefore, I am not the body. Deham, Naham. Koham, Kohangaran, Yavan. Kohangaran means, who am I? If I am not the body, all these days I have been thinking I am this. This I am. If I am not this, then Kohangaran, who am I? Yavan, see this Yavan, moon shurina potrukku parunga. This is very important. Yavan means from where? Yengirindu. See, this Yavan means Yengirindu. From where he is arising. See, you should be very careful. See, because in rendu shurina pota Yavanna who? Moon shurina pota Yavan pota, from where? So you should be very careful in understanding. Yavan, Sohangaran, Yavan, Yava Unandu, Ular. Unandu ular, ulakuhayulle. Ulakuhayulle, unandu ular. Those who have realized this in their own heart about their true self, by asking, who am I? From where this I is arising? If one knows, unar means what? One who knows. Ulakuhayulle, in one's own heart, Soham Burana Varunagiri Sivabubu Suyamolirwan. So in their heart, that Arunagiri Siva Vibhu, Arunagiri, that Arunachala Giri, Siva Vibhu, he is actually Vibhu, all pervading, Shiva Swarupam, Avan Suyamolirwan. In the heart, he will shine by himself. How? Soham. Soham means what? That Brahma Tattvam is the Atma Swarupam. Arunachalan Ahame. Yana Suyamolirvan. He shines in the heart as the pure self, which has nothing other than it. So Soham means, Saha means he, Aham means I. Soham means I am that, or he I am. So one who has known their true self by inquiring who am I, from where the I rises, one who have realized that Ulakuhele, Unar means what? One who have realized Ulakuhekulle, in their heart, they will find or they will realize that Arunagiri Shiva Vibhu Ahattulle Suyamolirvan. He shines as the self. That Arunagiri, that Shiva Vibhu, that Shiva Swarupam, which is all pervading, Vibhu means all pervading, he shines in the heart. As what? Soham. Soham means what? Sivane Sivan. This Jiva is Shiva only. Like that, he shines in the heart. Meaning, there is nothing other than the self. There is nothing called as Ishvara somewhere, or the world other than the self. So, there the realization is self alone is. That is what called as Soham. So, he shines in the heart as the pure self, as the Brahma Tattva, where there is nothing other than it. So in the 4 lines, Bhagavan's core teaching is beautifully explained, without any doubt. Deham. First word is Deham. The second word is Naham. That is in the second line. Third word is Koham. That is in the third line. Fourth word is Soham. That is in the fourth line. So each line is there to explain those 4 words. Deham. What is Deham? Gadanigar. Like what? Ahaminum Tihal Viladal. It has no illumination of its own. And Naham. Why it is Naham? Deham, this body, why it is Naham? Why it is not the self? Because in the deep sleep means Tuilinil. Sadamil Duininil. Sadamil means this body is not there, but Dinamuru Namadiyalbar. But we are there always in the deep sleep. Therefore, I am not the body. Because even without the body, I am existing in deep sleep. Therefore, I am not necessarily with body. Meaning, I am not the body. Then comes the question, Koham. Kohangaran, who am I? Evan Ula Unarndu. Unandu Ular. Inside, if you go deep within inside, and a person who has realized Ulakuhaikulle in their own heart, for them, Soham Puranava. Spuranam means what? It shines. Spuranam. Soham Spuranam. I am he. That is the Spuranam. How it is there? Arunagiri Shiva Vibhu. Soham Spuranava Suyamolirvan. So Arunagiri Shiva Vibhu will shine in his own heart as the self. Suyam Olirvan. He shines as his own self. So this is so beautiful actually. Arunagiri Shiva Vibhu Soham Spuranava Suyam Olirvan. That is how you have to read. This Arunagiri Shiva Vibhu, He shines as Soham, Swayamolirvan, as the self in his own heart. That is how it is explained. The 10th words. Once again we will read this, very beautiful. Deham kadaniha shadamidar Sadamidar kahamenum tihal viladal ahamenum naham sadalamiruilinil Sadalamil tuinil dinamuru namadiyalar Kohang karanevanulan Karanevalunan Ularula kuhayulle. What is the hurry? Somebody is chanting very slowly, somebody is chanting very fast. Soham Puranavarunagiri Siva Vibhu Suya Molirvan. So Bhagavan himself has composed this in Sanskrit first, and then he once again made it into Tamil, this verse. Okay. Now moving on to the 11th verse. So throughout this Anubandam we are going to see the same idea only. But towards, when you move towards, then very many other thoughts are also taken up for Vichara. You want to ask something?
Includes subtle body also.
See, that is what. See, in Ulladu Narpadu he says by the word Deham all the Panchakoshas are included. But here I think Sadamidar Gada Niharan solrar illaya. Here he means only the Deham, body. See, though Bhagavan has indicated it all includes the Panchakoshas, whenever he talks about Deham, he is meaning this body. You know why? This body gives a solid existence for the self, for the Ajnana self, for the ignorant self. Not only easy, it gives continuity, a solid sort of impression that I am this. Mind we do not know, it is changing very fast, but the body, it looks the same always, no? So it is solid, it gives the idea of continuity. So we think ourselves to be this. This is very important actually. So, Urupatri undahum, only Urupatri undahum. Taking a form, it can exist, the ego. Without this solid form, it is very hard for the ego to exist. Therefore, some Urupatrum, some form it will take. This is the form. For the mind, there is no form of its own. You understand? But here, there is a concrete form. That is why this Deham only is meaning again and again. That's a very good question, but. Piranda Devandan Brahma Moolatte Piranda Devanan Endru Peni Pirandan Avane Pirandan Navanida Munisan Avanida Munisan Navanavan Dinamum Nadu Piranda Devandan Brahma Moolatte Piranda Devanan Endru Peni Pirandan Avane Pirandan Avanidan Munisan Navanavan Avandinamum Nadu. Here Nadu means Arivai. Here Nadu means Arivai. You know. Okay. See, here also we have to be very careful in how we are splitting. Yavan, one who, see in the first line there is one Yavan. Pirandad Yavan. From there you have to take Yavan. Yavan. Pirandadu Yavan Endru Peni. It is the second line. பிறந்தது எவன் என்று பேணி. See, that evan is moon shurina. Evan in the second line. Pirandadu evan moon shurina. Evan means from where. Pirandadu evan endru peni. So where from I was born or I am born. Brahma moolatte pirandadan. Pirandadevan. Brahma moolatte tan Brahma moolatte pirandadu. So one who is born in his Brahma Moola, he is Pirandan, he is really born. You know what is the meaning of it? See, we celebrate happy birthdays, na? So this body's birth, we celebrate as birthdays. Happy birthday to you and all we celebrate. Cutting cake and all. It's not our culture at all. But we cut cake and we blow off the candle. I don't know how it has come into our culture. Blowing off the candle and cutting the cake and all. Mostly it is egg cake only, but all of us eat it also. Not me, but all of you I mean. Most of you maybe. So, the idea is what? That is not the birth actually, birthday. What is the real birth? See, once the devotee started celebrating Bhagavan's birthday, it seems, Jayanti. So at that time he wrote another verse, similar verse. What is real birthday? This is not the birthday. So you inquire from where I am born. Pirandadu Yavan. Yavan means from where. Endru Peni means inquiring. Thus, Brahma Moolatte Pirandadu. One who is born in the Brahma Moolam. Meaning what? In the source of all thoughts. That is Brahma Swarupam. Avane Pirandan. He alone is born, twice born. Dvijan we say, na? See, here he is not saying twice born. Avane Pirandan. He alone is born. Avan Nida Munisan. He is a Munisan. He is the chief among the Munis. Muni means Mananashilavan is called as Muni generally. Avane Munisan. He is the Munisan. Navanavan. Navanavan means you know what? See, he is not the body now. He is Brahma Swarupam, which is the same always, which will never decay or die. Therefore, Navanavan means always the new. Navam means new. New means fresh, new. For him there is no disease, there is no old age, there is no death. Navanavan. Dinamum Nadu. Always. Dinamum means always. Ever he is Navanavan. Nadu means, please understand, one who is born in the Brahma Moolam, in his own heart, which is the Brahma Moolam, inquiring from where I am born. He alone is truly born, not otherwise. And not only that, he is Munishan. He has attained everything. And he is always Navanavan. He is always the same. He has gone beyond time. Navanavan means he has gone beyond time. See, the change, the decay, death, everything belongs to the field of time. Since he has gone beyond time, there is no decay or death for him. Kalosmi Lokaha, he says in Gita, I think in 11th chapter, Krishna says, Kalosmi, I am the time. And I eat everything, he says. I am the one who is eating everything. As a time, I am eating everything. See, slowly when time goes, the body becomes older and older. And the cells, they decay. So time is eating slowly everything. We do not know. Even the buildings, when time passes, time eats everything. Our engineer ji says everything is permanent. Swamiji, we have to look into, it is permanent. What is permanent? Okay, 15 years, 50 years. What is permanent? I tell him, 50 years can we look at the same building? It should come only for 15 years. Then we have to break it and then build a new building. Then it is new. Nava Navam. Sometimes we get bored with the old buildings. So it should only exist for 15 years max. And then break it and build a new one. That should be our idea now. What do you say? Yeah, but who will give money? God will give, Arunachalam will give. So he says everything is permanent. Swamiji, we have to do this because it will be permanent. Nothing is permanent. What is the white ants? So what is permanent? I don't know. And sometimes Karayan ulliyum arikkudu. Adhan puttu noyingranga. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. So, but here, time doesn't function in the self. Therefore, there is no decay, there is no death. So, Navanavan always is the same. Like Markandeyan. Endrum Padinarnu சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, அது மாதிரி he is Navanavan, always the same. Chiranjeeviன்னு சொல்றோம், always the same. He has gone beyond time. With the body you cannot go beyond time. As the self you are always beyond time. Please understand. You cannot make the body immortal. You are not the body. Therefore, you are, as a self you are always immortal. So Navanavan, Dinamum Nadu means, Dinamum means whatever. He is Navanavan. Young. Young means what? Without any decay. Nadu means please understand. So therefore, if anybody starts celebrating your birthday, you should chant this verse. This is not the birth really. Brahma Moolatte evan pirandan. Whoever is born in the Brahma Moola, he alone is born. Then you celebrate birthday. அவன் celebrate பண்ண மாட்டான். Because there is nothing to be celebrated. Or everything is only a matter of celebration for him. Moving on to the 12th verse. This is a very beautiful, interesting verse actually. இழிவுடல் யால் என்னல் இகழ்ந்திடுக என்றும் ஒழிவில் இன்பாம் தன்னை ஓர்க அழியும், வழியும்னு படிக்கூடாது, அழியும், அழியும் உடல்லோம்பலோடுதனை ஓர உணல் ஆறு கடக்க கரா புனை கொண்டற்று இழிவுடல் யானென்ன இகழ்ந்திடுக என்றும் ஒழிவில் இன்பான் தன்னை ஓர்க அழியும் உடலோம்பலோடுதனை ஓர உணல்லாறு கடக்க கரா புனை கொண்டற்று. இழி உடல் யான் எண்ணல். இழிவு உடல், this udal, this deham, this body, இழிவு means what? அருவருக்கத்தக்கது, despicable. You know, despicable there is, you know? Not at all worthy of worshipping. Why? It decays and it dies. And not only that, it is the root cause of all evil. Identification with it is the root cause of all evil. So, ili udal yan ennal ihalndiduga. So, ihalndiduga means what? You condemn it. What you have to condemn, not the body. Ili udal yan ennal. Identifying with the body. Taking this body as myself, that has to be condemned. Ihalndiduga. Ihalndiduga means has to be condemned. So please understand. Ili udal yan ennal. Taking this body to be myself, that should be condemned. See, body power, what it will do? It has its own nature, it has its own prakriti, its own course. But identifying with the body, taking this body to be myself, that has to be condemned, because that is not the truth. That is the ignorance. இழிவுடல் நான் என்னல் இகழ்ந்திடுக. Then என்றும், என்றும் means always, always condemn it. See, whenever an idea comes, that I am handsome or this or that, you remember you are not this body. But you know what? We really believe in it. That's why so much of cosmetics, makeup, covering all the breakups, so much of it. And you know what? When I go to US only, I understand this nail polish is a big industry, it seems. I couldn't imagine nail polish. Hair we all know. When I enter into bathrooms of people, I see so much of color bottles. I don't even know what it is. There are 15, 20 bottles of different colors, different shape, and something written on it. I don't know anything except soap. That also I don't use. That is a different story. But so much. They say body wash, then hair shampoo, then something called as conditioner, and this, that. I don't know what all those things. That is all only for, and moistener. Moisture is required. Those areas very cold. Otherwise skin will become very, I realized later. But so much of it. And how much of money is spent on it? How much of time is spent on it? So we, my God, worship this body. Taking this to be myself. See, there is no harm. You have to take it properly. Take care of it properly in the sense what? You have to feed it, you have to exercise, remain healthy, no doubt. And definitely you have to present yourself properly to the world. See, in the world when you are living. But too much of attention to it. Always I want the air conditioner, I cannot survive without it. I want this kind of a pillow, this pillow. தூக்கமே வராது எனக்கு. See, we have really spoiled ourselves. See, in our ashram, we bought some pillows. And few ammas came. Swamiji, this pillow is like this. Now you break it. You make it 2, 3. And when you went there to inquire, it is 2 times, 3 times expensive to make one pillow into 2, 3 pillow. And some other come and say, this pillow is not okay for me. I want some bigger pillow. Then where will you go? Everybody has got their own fanciful ideas. This is not good. That is not good. Ashram, you are coming for what? Tapashcharya. Whatever is given, you have to just use it and sleep. No, I want this kind of a mettai. This quilt, I don't want this quilt. I want proper mattress. Then you should go to a 5-star hotel then. We cannot adjust to anything. What nonsense. And I want Atma Jnanam. When you give some room, people will sit on your head only. Oh, don't do this, don't do that. This is not good, that is not good. Swamiji, if there is no hot water, I cannot come. Swamiji, if there is no attached toilet, I cannot attend. I am so attached to toilets. But you know what? For the people who get up often in the night, to go somewhere for toilet is ordeal, I understand that much. But those days, how will they manage? I don't know really. Now people are so attached to toilets. Hare Rama, that is why we have built all Western toilet. Swamiji, we can't sit. Then we need somebody to, to pick us up. So all those things. So this is all giving too much this thing to the body, See, yes, we have spoiled the body. We need some comfort. I agree with you. But too much we give to this body. Why? Because I am this. Nothing should happen to this. Condemn it. Too much of worshipping the body is not advised, especially for a seeker. And I need always shower to bath. Why? That pleasure. That is pleasure only now. of standing under the shower. See, to take the mug and then to put is the effort, na? You need go and stand there.
Psychology says that under the shower we get new ideas.
New ideas. I know. That is very dangerous. So, இழிவுடல் யானல் இகழ்ந்திடுக என்றும் ஒழிவில் இன்பாம் தன்னை ஓர்க. ஒழிவில் இன்பாம். ஒழிவு means which will come to an end. Ill means what? Which will not come to an end. Inbam, that is the nature of our bliss. Olivil inbam, that bliss which will never come to an end. அதுதான் நம்முடைய உண்மையான ஸ்வரூபம். தன்னை ஓர்க, the true self which is always blissful. All the other pleasures, it comes and it goes. It appears and disappears. But this is olivil inbam. This bliss will never end. That is our true self. ஒளிவில் இன்பாம் தன்னை ஓர்க. அழியும் உடலோம்பலோடு தன்னை ஓர உணல். If you want to seek your true self along with the body identification. அழியும், perishing. அழியும் means perishing. உடல் ஓம்பலோடு. உடல் ஓம்பல் means what? Means protecting and nourishing and so much taking care of this body is called udal ombal. So much of attention to the body. Along with that, if you want to realize self. Swamiji, I think I can only meditate if I have this kind of a cushion. I can only meditate if the temperature is 25 to 26. Below also I cannot, above also I cannot. Swamiji, please put all the mosquito nets, then otherwise I cannot meditate. And can you please give us 2-3 pillows for the back? Then only I can meditate. So I want a proper cushion to sit. I want proper cushion for my back and maybe for my head also, neck. Savama, settu ponu savama adu. And then I want the proper temperature. I want no sound, external sound. See, one ayya came from some foreign land, a great seeker. Swamiji, I'm going to come to your ashram, I'm going to come to your ashram. I want to meditate. Okay, yeah, come. He came. I'm going to stay for 10-12 days. I'm going to meditate here. Okay, yeah, meditate. First day, I was in my room. And then after 8-9 o'clock, he came out. Very, very disturbed. Have you meditated? What meditation? They are putting a lot of, this sound, this mic, this speaker. How can I meditate? Meaning what? If you come to India, everywhere the loudspeaker would be blaring only. Where will you run? Where can you run? Morning 4:30 Brahma Muhurta he will start. Exactly at 7:30 he will conclude. That is the time when we can meditate. So evening 4:30 Sandhya Kalam, he starts blaring. And 6-7 o'clock he will. He has got a very nice idea of disturbing us. I went to him and I spoke to him. He said, no, this is our way of worshipping God. Swami, you are a Hindu, Swami. What is your problem to hear Hindu songs? Murugan Kadavul paattu thane podrena. What is your problem? What can I talk to him? So that ayya could not meditate because lot of sound. And if you sit near your kitchen, lot of smell of sambar, you cannot meditate. நல்லா இருக்கு முருங்கக்காய் சாம்பாரோ நீ ஒரு பிடி பிடிச்சிடணும். Then how can you meditate? So உடலோம்பலோடு தன்னை ஓர உணல். So if you want to keep intact the body identification and if you worship this body, along with that, comfortably I want to realize self. Why should I go from my comfort zone? Comfortably I want to realize self. If you think like that, it is like ஆறு கடக்க கராப்புனை கொண்டற்று. It is like to cross the ocean, to cross the river as if taking or as if as if going on the back of the crocodile or using crocodile as a boat. This is a karapunai. Punai means a boat. Using crocodile as a boat, one wants to cross the river. It is like that. If you want to keep the body identification and then to seek the source or the self, it is like traveling on the back of the crocodile to reach the other shore. Why it is not possible? Crocodile will eat you. முதல்ல என்ன செஞ்சிரும்? முழுசா முழுங்கிடும்ல. You cannot survive first of all. So the body identification is the problem, is the obstacle, is the only hurdle. So with that keeping it intact, if you want to cross, it's not possible. See, one devotee was endlessly arguing with me. What is wrong if I am comfortable in my own room, in my AC, in my bed and meditate? No, you meditate. But one day if you don't have AC, you will feel very miserable. You say you will not meditate. One day if you don't find any mattress, you will say it's not possible. See? And always we have been catering to this body so much. Then how can, see, this is weakness of the mind, I am telling you. Always catering to the body is weakness of the mind. See, if you are not well, that is a different story. That body has got its own limitations. See, if there is a severe limitation, we should not push it too much. If you can't sit down, sit on the chair, not a problem. But we so much cater to this body. That is what he is condemning here. So I will also cater to this body and also seek the self. It's not possible. See, I have told you, I don't know, I don't remember whether I have told you or not. In one day in US, I was watching a television show, a very, very strange one. Ladies, 4 or 5 of them, beautifully dressed, with lipstick, with so much of makeup, and hair, this, that, so much of makeup. You can't even see them actually. And they chanting, Mano buddhya hankara chittani naham, na cha shrotra jihve na chagra. That Amma of that house was so engrossed on watching. And I could not watch and I could not control my laughter. Here see the irony. These Ammas, these Devis, these ladies, they are sitting and chanting, I am not the body, not the senses, and not this. I am Chidananda Rupaha, Shivoham, and full makeup. And you know what? Because they are going to appear in the television, they cannot go just like that. So they must have bought some new saris and they will have spent 2-3 hours at least in makeup. And fully dressed, fully made up. And they are singing what? Mano buddhya hankara chit. And with so much of bhavana as if, Urihi Urihi. What a nonsense. What is that song? What is the spirit of the song? And how ridiculous it is. Similarly, we also, we cannot give up this, but we want that. It is very hard. It is not possible. It is like trying to cross the river on the back of a crocodile. What an example, see? What an apt example. Using the crocodile as boat, can you cross the river? Similarly, using this body and worshipping this body, can you seek the self? It is not possible. Therefore, either you give up the body identification and seek the self, or forget about the self, worship your body. But as long as you worship your body, always you are in the samsara, sukha dukkha, and coming and going, birth, rebirth, and suffering. But when you give up this body identification, Olivil inbom and total bliss and Tannai Orha, you know yourself. Therefore, you are liberated. So the choice is ours. You cannot do both. You cannot have the cake and eat it too. Either you can have the cake or eat it. You cannot have the cake and eat it too. Either you have the body identification intact and live in this world and enjoy whatever pleasure and suffer also. Or give up the body identification, seek the self and be blissful and liberated, enlightened, liberated. That is the choice given. If you say, no, comfortably I want to meditate, comfortably I want to realize. Swamiji, I cannot give up my comforts. Is there any path to realize the self comfortably? உடம்பெல்லாம் நோகாம எதுவுமே செய்யாம. But that is what Bhagavan also says, na? கண்மாதி சிறிதின் கண்மாதி கட்ட வீழ சென்மாதி நட்டம் எம்மார்க்கமதனினும் இம்மார்க்கம் மிக்கழிது. என்ன சொல்றான்னா, சொன்மாதி தனுவும் அசைவின்றி சும்மா அமர்ந்திருக்க அம்மாகத்தில் ஆன்ம சோதியேன்னு சொல்றார். So he also says not to do anything, but here we so much cater to this body, to its comforts, and taste. Some people are there, my God, naaki ivlo neelam. They cannot take anything else. They want perfect everything. Everything according to their way, perfect. Such people cannot. I told you, Muruganar Swami, he goes begging. He collects food and then he puts it in a towel and he ties it and puts it in the water. And then he eats so that no taste. That was their tapascharya. And for us, sambar is required and chutney is required. It should be in the proper taste. But we are also doing tapascharya only. Morning upama, evening upama. காலையும் நீயே மாலையும் நீயே இரவும் நீயே பகலும் நீயே. So we start singing. Seeing the breakfast, we start singing. காலையும் நீயே மாலையும் நீயே. What else will be done? South Indian breakfast, what else? Can we give pizza or what? You don't mind, na? He says, I don't mind. Probably one day we will order. Okay, so with the body identification, we cannot seek the self. So we will stop here. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.